Yeah, 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 yeah. What up? Yeah, 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 yeah. Get in here. Come here. Hey, come here. Seriously. Listen. I want to ask why. Just come here. You gotta know why for. Ain't nothing. I'm not gonna ask you to get in the trunk. Yet. Here. I'll do this. How about this? I'll make it. You guys can relate. All my people back in Colorado, you can relate to this guy, right? What's going on? Is this how your year started? Is this how your year started? Back there. It's 2025. New you. New year. Who dis? What is he doing? Don't cry. This is how you feeling? Is that how you're feeling? Is that how you're feeling? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Now I promise you, this episode of Good News Travel Fast is sure to leave you somewhere better than this guy. I'm sure it'll be fine. Come on, you guys, let's have some fun.
And now it's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Good news. Good news. We are having a combination. Jesus Christ. We can't run.
Way to go, gang. Gang, 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 gang. What's happening? I said, what's happening? Daniel Tate. You trying to get the same as that guy? He looked like, I'm serious though. He went nostrils with it. That's what we do. Is that I've been gone for about a year and a half now. I didn't know y'all was into, the 5-tool nostril. Like, is that what we doing? That's how y'all doing? My people. Let's fucking go.
Good news. To be honest, congrats. That is good news.
And we are back.
Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes, boy. Oh. Yes.
Andy, you know, that guy was tweaking it the best way possible. Hold on. Let's just take a look at this one more time. His style is impeccable. This is crazy. What are we doing? I run across this on my Twitter timeline. It doesn't look like it's fun. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spliff. He's got to be a Coloradoan, right? We only go that hard in the Rocky Mountain State, right? Drooling? Pull yourself together, man. Pull yourself together. We are going to leave this. I promise you this. We're going to leave this venue tonight, feeling like that guy on the backside of that. Maybe not in front. It looks painful. What up, though? We are officially now 2 years. 2 years. 2 days into the new year. 2 days into the new year. How are you feeling so far? How's 2025 treating you? You know, there was supposed to be a Thursday night football game tonight. I want to be delicate with this subject matter because we know that there isn't a Thursday night football game tonight. Canceled because there's a whole other stream of life that is happening. And so while we want our escapes and while we spend time, I love to come through here, entertain if it's entertaining to you, spark maybe, hopefully, some different thought processes, debate, get together and hash it out as fans. It's always important that we remember that this is a luxury that we get to do. And so, I'm not a big thoughts and prayers guy. I think that those things should be shared with you and yours. Be mindful of, how you and where you spend your time. Tell the people that you love them that you love them. Be very present in your life. That's more what I'd like to share. Obviously, we pray for those who have gone through tragedy, and it's hard to parse out which ones. I know that this isn't the platform for it. So all I'll say is, be mindful. Be very mindful and very present in your everyday life. Because you got right now, right? And that's not to say that we don't hope for tomorrow, but you got right now. So spend it with people that you love, doing things that you love to do. Keep your countenance and your energy up, your vibrations up. And as a world collectively, it's a shit show. It's a shit show. But, what are you going to do? I wanted to, how about this? Let's start here. First of all, the Avs will be dropping the puck against the Buffalo Sabres. They're in Denver here shortly. So I got that game on just off to the side. I haven't really watched much Avs hockey, so tonight was a good night to do it. Their Pepsi, I always want to say Pepsi Center, Ball Arena mates found out that I guess we won't have the services of Aaron Gordon for a while. Sounds serious. Good time, though, I think, to really get some other guys into the rotation. I mean, this is where it's at, Nuggets fan. This is where we're at. And let's see if I can grab this story real quick. Where Aaron Gordon is concerned, it sounds like, let me see. Before we get to all things football, and Media Critic, I see you. We'll get to all things football. Is there a news story here? Latest. Share it. Like this if you support the troops. Share it. Imagine the world. Hustle play. Nothing? Come on. Hold on, y'all. See if we can find this story. That's the story I really want to get to, is this SHEDUER standards. I saw something that was interesting, and I'd love to talk about it with you guys. But let's get this Aaron Gordon story out of the way. Aaron Gordon. Injury update. That'll work. Share it. What? Get the bleep. See? Paywalls and bull. Scheisse. Just want to know what the news is. I don't need to be behind your way. Gordon is going to miss tomorrow night's game against the Hawks. That's old. 2 hours ago. Let's see what this one. Gordon ruled out Friday's matchup against the Spurs. Denver Gazette reports Gordon has officially been ruled out for his 5th consecutive outing. Right calf strain. Mike Malone Thursday, veteran forward, likely won't return for the second leg of the Dubs back-to-back. Okay, so we won't be seeing Aaron Gordon for a couple games. So good chance for guys like Peyton Watson to get some more tick, work out the kinks as this team's going to make a playoff push. You're in that weird place where you're not going to lose enough games to be in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, all right? So might as well make a playoff run of it, right? Mike Malone gets to figure out if he can, get something else out of guys like Zeke Naji, Injury in this instance actually is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for guys to step up and show what they're made of. Show me what you got. So, yeah, that's that. And then let's see. Oh, I did want to get to this because I'm just laughing. So I'm quite sure you guys all watched Notre Dame do away with Georgia. I know Carson Beck didn't play. So, Georgia came in not without their starting quarterback, which is a move in and of itself. He's protecting his draft status, which bleeds into what I want to talk about. He's protecting his draft status, and okay, Carson doesn't play. But isn't it funny how we were hearing so much about the SEC? We're hearing so much about how dominant SEC football or SEC football. Roll Tide, roll damn Tide, roll SEC. And to date, one SEC team remains. I know they all couldn't make it, much to the chagrin of every college football, apparently, know-it-all. Just doesn't beat it. It doesn't get no better than SEC football. And the only SEC team left is a team that played in the Big 12. How about that? Yes. We live for moments like this. I live for moments when we could just stick it to the man. So the foursome that will play for the college football national championship, Notre Dame versus Penn State, that should be a cloud of dust type game. And Texas and who? Who's Texas got? I don't even remember. Hold on, let me just look. I just don't have it off the top of my head. I'm coming to you, media critic. I want to talk about that. Yeah, no SEC representation traditionally. Let's just call it that. Because as you have it, as it stands, the four remaining squads, none of them are your traditional SEC teams. And good for college football. Good for college football. Good for us as CU fans too, by the way. If your house burns down, mine looks a lot better type thing. Yes, I am petty as fuck. So Texas, Ohio State. How am I forgetting Ohio State? Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Notre Dame. And then obviously the winners of those two semifinal games will go on to face off for the college football. Big Ten well represented. I'm going to say the Big 12 is well represented because, yes, Texas is, by classification an SEC school, but that's a Big 12 school. I don't know, man. I think that it's time, and hopefully this new era of college football evens the playing field. We get some type of, because these college football playoffs have been kind of anticlimactic. It was an okay game. That was an okay game today. Did we really need 12 teams? I thought we needed more, to be honest with you. I just think it's the layoff that's the problem. The problem is that football is one of those rhythm games where you can't, a bye week can screw up a team's chemistry and flow in a great game of football. Yeah, it gives you a chance to get healthy, but so you got 2 and 3 weeks off between games. You can't expect, and then it's, who's got their best guys playing. So I like more when it comes to playoffs. I appreciate the more. But I'm just tired of hearing about how the SEC is the greatest thing since sliced bread when it comes to and if you don't have Nick Saban pre-NIL jam-packed roster of 4- and 5-star recruits sitting and languishing in Alabama, the playing field just seems like it's going to continue to even out, and that's good for everybody. That's good for all of us. Oren, why wasn't CU ready to play against BYU, the team supposedly inferior? That's a great question, and we can talk about it. That's a great question. It's we are now a full week removed from, basically a week removed from that massacre. And there's a lot to be said about what that team went in there thinking of itself, maybe what it should have been thinking of itself, and what the post Shedeur Sanders era is going to look like in Boulder. Is there any story about CU offensive players renting a titty bar for 2 nights during the week of the illustrious bowl? I can neither confirm nor deny that. I didn't hear anything about it. It's activities that I wouldn't particularly avoid participating in. Like what? Yeah, college kids, titties. It's a thing. College kids and breasts. Who knew? College football players and breasts. It's a thing. Did we really need 12 teams to determine the same 4 we already knew? Great observation. Yes, because of a snowball's chance in hell. And again, if you don't have the layoff, I think that you get different outcomes. I really feel like teams like Boise State, guys, they got a bye. Boise State had a bye. Did that look like a team deserving of a bye? I just think that they haven't nailed down a proper process of letting the best teams playing the best football. Mind you, the best teams aren't always playing the best football come the end of the year. Injury plays into it. So you just want the 12 to 16 best teams playing the best football and then let them fight. So do you shorten the college football season? I don't think you could afford to do that. So you're adding at least 3 games. So, as opposed to 10 or 11 win, then you got certain teams that'll finish with, by the time it's all said and done, they'll play 14 games. Well, an NFL regular season is 17 weeks. So aren't we trying to prepare these guys to play on the highest level? Like at a certain point in time, you got to throw certain shit out and just let them be men, which I'm coming to you, Shedeur and Coach Prime. College football playoffs overall has been fine in your opinion. Okay, Tim. In the future, the sport has a decision to make on how to seed. Yes, I agree. How to seed buys and the importance of a conference championship. And again, it's like better to have the 16 best teams, and I don't care what conference they came out of or what I think eliminating the conference championship games is the way to first and foremost. You got to eliminate those because, the Pac-12 has 2 teams in it. It's these conferences are archaic. They're old. It's the old guard holding on like grim death to a system that is begging for change because it's already changed around you. So, and again, yeah, these are the points. You got guys, family, Chris, and they're still kind of, they're still kids. You know what I mean? So there's no way that these guys are focused, and you're not going to get the proper amount of focus out of them unless you put this thing like the NFL junior. There is no longer the illusion that these are amateur athletes, right? They're just minor league pros. They're just minor league football players. This is the minor leagues for football. Every other sport has an effective minor league system except for football. The minor league system in football is college. And so with that being said, treat the minors similar to the majors. Nobody cares about XFL or USFL or Canadian League football. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. Those aren't hotbed. Those aren't recruiting hotbeds for football. Now, might they become that? Maybe. You got to get the, Canadian Football League to quit with their wacky Nordic rules, whatever weird shit they're doing up there. And then, can you ship guys up to the Alouettes and let them play and then let them come down? It's probably something that needs to happen. All sports have minor league systems. Hockey's got it. Baseball's got it. Soccer's got it. Basketball's got it. Football don't got it. And this is a good little segue into Shedeur Sanders because I'm kind of worried about the dude. Orrin, were you a Shotgun Willie's Diamond Cabaret person during your time in Denver? That's a very personal question, and the answer is yes. Yes. Dandy Dan's every once in a while. Up on Feds. Yeah. The paper tiger down off of Santa Fe. Yeah. But you know my problem with the strip club? This is going to sound weird. I don't know. This might sound weird. My problem with the strip club is I could never get my mind off the other guys. Now, that sounds weird. I get it. That sounds weird. What I just said sounds like, whoa, what the fuck? What I'm saying is that it's the creeper dudes that really, you know what I mean? The guys who aren't just having a good time, but they're really like, blanking, pause, huge pause, Tim. Huge pause. Massive pause. You know, you all know who I'm talking about. The guy who's just kind of like, bro, we're trying to have a good time and you're weirding me out. You got foam. It's a little foamy here at the corners. Clean that up. She doesn't. She won't. She will for everyone. Or you probably like cheerleaders too. Is cheerleaders a bar? I don't drink anymore, so it doesn't do me any good. I prefer Saturdays for a cheap night. Saturdays, it's the only place where you get the full nudes. If I'm not mistaken. There used to be they turned it into Bubba Gum Shrimp. That used to be full nudes. No alcohol. The issue seldom discussed college athletes being minor professionals is labor laws. Yeah. And it needs to be, I think the facade just needs to be done away with. Love East Colfax. Of course we do. Come on. What are we talking about? Conga? East Colfax is a little dangerous. Minor danger. And if I remember correctly, I mean, I've only been gone a year and a half. I haven't been gone all that long. And I haven't been on East Colfax. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't going on East Colfax before I left. But I'm just saying it's gotten a little, keep your head on the swivel. You know, everything from Dayton, Dallas on down through Havana. You want to keep your head on the swivel. Right?
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
But there's, you know, people. There's people. There's people being people, just trying to make a living. You know, outsmart the popo. Known to the Marxists, the don't knows. You feel me? All right, let me leave that alone. There might be. We're gonna leave that alone, Fishing. We're gonna leave that alone. Mile High Saloon. You know, I've heard great things. Never been to Mile High Saloon, if I'm not mistaken. I've never been, but I heard great things. Maybe when I'm back in town, a group of us can get together. The hood can get together and we can go visit. Come on.
Every day in my hood, I bang.
I'm a nice worker. You talking about the dude with the STDs? Yeah. No, he's just blanking all the, you know what I mean? Having these long stares. And I could not, I'm telling you, I could not. Here's the other thing, quick story. And then I'm going to get on to the SHEDUER Sanders thing. Because there's a story that I think we can all talk about. And you guys can tell me if I'm overreacting. My buddy Braden getting married. My buddy Braden's getting married. And we had his bachelor party. We go to the game. We went to a Rockies game. And then it was Diamond Cabaret. We hit Diamond Cabaret. And the thing is his fiance, shout out to this woman. She's so tight. I won't put her name out there because of what happened. But she had myself, his best man, and her dad make sure, because Braden and I worked together at Fox Sports Net Rocky Mountain, make sure that he was at a certain table at a certain time because she had worked it out with Diamond Cabaret that she was going to come and give him a lap dance. She was going to, and it was like, oh shit. Like, hell yeah, that's badass, right? And so it's the whole, now her bridal shower party and a large amount of the bachelor party dudes and girls. So you got husband and wives in there, boyfriends and girlfriends. It was at Root. And so what we thought was she was going to be there. We didn't know she was bringing the whole bridal shower with her. So you got miniature fights while his fiance is doing one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life, which is, you know, your future wife. I mean, she kept it clean, but for the most part, giving a lap dance to her future husband in front of all his boys, except for the ones that were caught at other tables looking at. I think there was probably 2 divorces. There were probably 3 breakups and 2 divorces that night. Yes, that was at Diamond Cabaret. That was at the Diamond Cabaret. A great night had by all. Most. I was not affiliated. I was in a relationship at the time. Or do you recall Root Sports text line during the games, and people would send messages to John Rocker at Cheeseman Park. I don't remember that. I remember the text line. I remember I got in trouble. Somebody hit me over the text line because I used the term high yelling. They said it was racist. Yeah, that happened. I got reported via text line. Let's see. Okay. Is getting married in May no better? Wait. I'm getting married in May. No one better not to do that cap to me. I'm sorry. Oh, no one better not do. Okay. No one better not do that crap to me. What did he do myself for one last night? Yeah, man. It was hilarious. What? Dar. What? Why are you yelling at me? Hi. Don't yell. Welcome. All right, you guys, let's get to the story. I'm sorry. I've wasted your time. I've wasted your precious, precious time. And that's not what we're here to do. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm not trying to trick you. All right. So this story, let me see if I can make this a little bigger. This came across my desk, and I thought we might find interest in discussing. The future of SHEDUER Sanders, the standout quarterback from Colorado Buffaloes, has become a hot topic with just 4 months left until the 2025 NFL Draft. Many analysts predict that Sanders will be a top 5 pick, with some even ranking him among the top 3. However, the former New York Jets scout Daniel Kelly has raised concern about Sanders' ability to transition into the NFL. Now, let's keep in mind he's a scout for the Jets. I hope he wasn't the guy responsible for getting their quarterbacks. Kelly shared his critical evaluation of Sanders, particularly referencing his performance in Colorado's loss to BYU. Went back and watched the tape. This was his tweet. Went back, watched the tape this morning. SHEDUER Sanders melted down like a snowman against number 17 BYU. Media critic, enter you with snarky comment. It would have to do something with titty bars. Can't even imagine how timid and overwhelmed he'll look against the speed and complexity of the NFL, Kelly said. Now he went and cleaned this. He went and cleaned this up. He also advised NFL teams to scrutinize Sanders' performances against top-tier opponents. I encourage any team thinking about Sanders to specifically study him against number 18 Kansas State, number 17 BYU, not project him to the NFL based on how he looked against FCS, NDSU, or number 99 Oklahoma State. Sanders looks like a fringe practice squad prospect. That's harsh. But is there a shade of truth in it? And I want to compare this to Bo Nix against K-State and BYU, Kelly noted. Daniel Kelly balancing criticism with respect. Despite his critique, Daniel Kelly clarified that his intention wasn't to undermine Sanders' contributions to the Colorado program. I don't know. It sounds kind of undermining. You basically called the guy also ran. Not taking away anything from what Sanders meant to Colorado. He did mean a lot to this program and their program. I just said that. Not trying to disrespect him. Kind of disrespectful. His program, his college accomplishments, or his level of competition, because I have respect for how hard they train, play, and fight. But let's keep it real. Now, you disrespected the competition because you pointed out that, number 99, Oklahoma State, FDSU, them being a, non-whatever, BCS, whatever. So you did disrespect, and you did disrespect him because he said he looked more like a practice squad player. But I know guys are always wanting to be in a room and be like, I didn't completely skewer your kid. And you never know when you might be in the same room as Coach Sanders. Now the conversation has changed. Now we're talking about the NFL. For his sake and the sake of everyone involved, please, let's keep it real. Okay, y'all, so let's keep it real. SHEDUER Sanders. Now, you guys, I'm looking to Fishing, I'm looking to Media Critic, I'm looking to y'all, the guys who know the numbers. Cam Ward, I know, will come out. Who are the best quarterbacks coming out in this draft? Let's see if I can find this. Best QBs. I mean, you got the kid out of Georgia. Projected 2025 NFL draft. So you got SHEDUER, Cam Ward, Jason Dart, Jalen Milroe. That guy's terrible. He can't be worse than Jalen Milroe. That's for goddamn sure. As quarterbacks stand in this class, he might. Let me see. Dylan Gabriel, Oregon. I wasn't impressed. Watched him play yesterday. I wasn't impressed. Will Howard, Ohio State. I'm not impressed. Not impressed. So of the quarterbacks coming out, quite honestly, I mean, Quinn Evers in Texas, not impressed. He's not. I don't think. I think he's a more accomplished passer than everybody that I named there, except for the kid maybe at Ohio State. But he's got weapons. Will Howard's got a ton of weapons at Ohio State. Jalen Milroe, he better be set to do the flash thing. Probably best. Carson Beck. Probably best that. Yeah, I would say Carson Beck is probably, between him and SHEDUER, are probably the best quarterbacks in here. Cam Ward might be a sneaky, sort of. I haven't watched Jason Dart play, so somebody would have to tell me in the chat. Ewers isn't entering yet. Okay, so Ewers, God, isn't it? But he's just taking up time from Arch. It's pretty much time for him to move on because aren't they just waiting to get Arch going? Not going to be in the NFL long if he's taking 30-yard sacks. That's for goddamn sure. Conga. I think his decision-making and the speed at which he does it are the biggest detractors from at least draft. Like, do you feel comfortable, Bronco fan, if SHEDUER Sanders is available at 12 in last year's draft, taking him as opposed to Bo Nix? You feel what I'm saying? Orrin, this former scout for the Jets, has at least a dozen character red flags about number 2. I'd have to look that up, but I'll take your word for it. I feel like this happens every year during bowl season. And then the draft gets closer and these stories go away. I don't know though, because we've watched him play. That's my only harp that I have with your point, Fishing, is that we've watched 2 seasons worth of SHEDUER Sanders and this propensity. Regardless, I would think that one who doesn't have offensive line help would be quicker in his decision making, because otherwise you're going to get yourself killed and turn the ball over a lot. Number 2 holds the ball too long and drifts from the pocket. I just think that I think that book is out. And I think that once that book is out, it's just kind of like the problem is he's going to go to a place where he's expected to produce, right? Now, I know, Bronco fan, you don't give a shit what happens in Oakland, in Vegas. You don't give a damn what happens in New York. Will Howard isn't coming out either. So then SHEDUER is hands down the best quarterback in this draft outside of Carson Beck. Excuse me. SHEDUER's biggest challenge will be shaking off the reputation that Dad gave. And that's the other part. That is the other part. The other part is pop that titty out of his mouth and let him become a man. I take no offense. I mean no offense. I take no shots at Coach Prime, the dad. I take no shot. I mean no harm. I think he is dad of the year or up there. Unapologetically out for his kids' best interest. And what dad wouldn't? But, at a certain point in time, that act wears super thin. Super thin. And I do believe that it played out in what we saw from, I don't think SHEDUER got a chance to get the best coaching possible because of an understanding that Pops is right there, and that's the man. Pops is the man. And if Pops says it, you know what it is. Perfect timing. That's my SHEDUER Sanders. And it just seemed like there wasn't much of a collaboration. I don't think we got to see what Pat Shurmur's offense, and I know Bronco fans not big on his offense, but I don't think we got to see the fullness of Pat Shurmur's offense because most of the time it just kind of looked like SHEDUER improvising from the line, trying to read defenses. That's the other thing. If that's what your pre-snap reads could only come back with, which is where's Travis? Find him wherever Travis is. That's not gonna play well just on tape. Guys are going to ask, what are you doing here? Is Pat Shurmur expected to fall on his sword? And Avs are already down 1-0, by the way. In the I need to put a hockey horn on my soundboard. Down 1-0, 6:22 left to go in the first. I didn't even see the goal. Did anybody see the goal? Whoever saw the goal, tell me what happened. I didn't see the goal. It happened while I was clowning around with you guys. What's on tape looks like a guy who can make all the throws, but who gives a damn if your decision-making sucks? Especially when you were given so much rain. It was a good goal. Nice goal. Good goal. Quality goal, I'm told. I thought it was a good impression too, Conga. Dad, the Pops is, Pops. Now, see, I'm overdoing it because you told me good job. I'll have to let the kudos wash off. Feeling good about myself. That's what you can't let them feel good about themselves. Don't. That's why you rarely should give compliments. You got to make them sweat, make them feel like they're worth nothing, and then they give you their best. Pops, see, I can't do it now. Where do you come out? Like, I want to play you some sound of a quarterback. I got to tell you. Bo Nix has grown on me. I know you guys, as Bronco fans, are completely enthralled.
To finish, to deliver it.
But, hold on a sec. He has...
To finish, to deliver it.
He's definitely grown on me. This was Bo Nix talking about the job ahead of them when it comes to this Sunday's game.
To finish, to deliver it.
Well, our goal the past couple of weeks is to get to 10, and we have another opportunity to do that. I think, this lifestyle, this situation, us in quarterbacks, we just kind of live with pressure, and that's just kind of second nature at this point. So I believe pressure is a privilege, and I was taught that a long time ago. So.
Woo, that's a bar.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Run that back. He said, what now? I believe pressure is a privilege.
I believe pressure is a privilege, and I was taught that a long time ago. So,
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
What? That's a bar. I believe pressure is a privilege.
Pressure without opportunity. So right now, that means we got great opportunity to go do something special.
What would it need to finish, to deliver it?
Our goal.
That's impressive. And that's your first round guy. That's your first round guy. And, is SHEDUER, and now think about if he lands in Vegas, my thought is the party ain't never gonna stop. It's all perfect timing, diamond studded, chains, bezels, watches, party time. No, I think he's got enough maturity to comport himself well. I just think that town matches it's the glitz and the glamour, and hopefully, for him anyway, he ends up in a place like Vegas. Because I think if he ends up in New York, it's gonna be tough sledding, only because you're talking about the New York media. You think Coach Prime had a problem with, the cat from Denver 7? What are you gonna do when guys like this New York Jet scout are writing for the Times or the New York Post, and they're skewering your kid to his, that's the type of shit that. And I think that while I will give Coach Sanders Deion Sanders Jr. laughs like Adam Sandler. Yeah, he does. That's a great observation. That's great. That's great. Do a Trump impression about Shedeur. Yeah, it's a lot of holding of the ball. He's going to be the best quarterback. It's going to be the greatest quarterback ever. But there's a lot of holding of the ball. There's a lot of holding of the ball. Ah. I got a better. I got to not be asked to do things. If it rolls in stream of consciousness, my impressions are amazing. As soon as I start thinking about it, I'm trying to hear the voice as opposed to just being. You have to be the voice. You can't hear the voice. There's there's a whole lot of holding of the ball. It's going to be the best. It's going to be the best offense you've ever seen run. We've run offenses. We've run great offenses. We've run the best offenses that have ever been run. We have the greatest quarterbacks, the greatest dropbacks. We call the best plays. We do the best audibilizing at the line of scrimmage. But there's a lot of holding of the ball. There's a lot of yards on the sacks. There's a lot of yards. It's 30 yards. It's 40. It's 50-yard sacks. Huge sacks. We have huge sacks. The hugest sacks ever. A lot of holding of the ball. That's not bad.
You see what I'm saying? I ain't damn toot my own horn, but I'm telling you, I got this shit now.
There's a lot of holding. I think that what we need, or what SHEDUER needed, was a little less coddling from Pops. Now, I'm not saying that Prime babies SHEDUER. I'm saying that it seemed like a no-fly zone in pushing back on his decision making. It seemed like a no-fly zone. It seemed like a guy who had a green light that he didn't deserve, that he proved that he didn't. You give him the green light out the gate, but once he proves that he's not responsible with that green light, we got Jimmy Horn, we got enough weapons that 3-strop and get it out of your hand. Like, we need to be moving the ball. That locking in on Travis Hunter. And does that mean that he's uncoachable? Or at least a harder player to coach because of the situation? I think that there's something there. And I don't think that he did SHEDUER any favors if that was the case. I don't think that he did him any favors, because it's not going to get easier. It's only going to get harder. He did a little. Who is he? Sorry. Damn. I just saw it. I just saw that. You see
what I'm saying? I ain't damn toot my own horn, but I'm telling you, I got this shit now.
That's a good goal. Skated across his face. Oh, backhander. What is the deal with the Avs goaltending situation? How did it get so bad? Avs down 2-0 in the first. That's crazy work. That sucks. Both of the Ball Arena teams they're not that far removed from their championship years, but man, and both bode really, really, really like Bo Byram. Both teams just look like kind of shells of their former selves. How did the goaltending situation get that bad in Colorado that quick? Might be the defense in front of the net. Maybe. Matt Smith, who does 5 to goes with the Avs. I think there might be one going tonight, maybe, or he might be at the arena. He would be able to break that down far better than I could. What I will say is that, like, it seems like they're having a hard time keeping the damn puck out of their own zone. That's for sure. Like, get it out. Unfortunate. Val Nichukin, I love his name. 0 defense and Val's out. Okay. 0D, Val's out. By the way, Tyler Fisher, Jamie Foxx do the best Trump impressions. So what are you saying, Tim? I just give you a Trump impression and you come in here with that? That's what you do? I give you the best of what I have to give you and you come in here bigging up Tyler Fisher and Jamie Foxx? That's your 2025 love for me? and what I do and my Trump. You know who does a great Trump impression? What's my guy? Not Tim Dillon. What's my guy? If you watch Rogan, he's part of Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis, I think, does a great. I think Shane Gillis does a great Trump. What do you say? Yeah, you do deal with it. Damn, Tim. Damn. That's not the energy that we own. That's not the 2025 energy that we own. What the fuck? I come in here. I do this for you. Well, for me, but for you as well. And this is what you repay me with? Deal with it? No, Tim, you deal with it. Because now I'm going to be forced to finish the shows. I'm going to be forced to finish the show in my Donald Trump. I'm going to be forced to finish the show in my Donald Trump. And then whether you like it or not, it's going to be the best. It's going to be the best finish. It's going to be the best finish, one of the most quality finishes ever. And now, Fishing, you're in here bigging up. Oh, yeah, I did already big up Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis does a damn good Donald Trump. We got no beef, Tim. Timothy Rimothy 90. We got no beef. I got no beef with you, bro. It's all good.
Every day in my hood, I bang.
I'm a nice worker. Well, whether or not SHEDUER Sanders has a great NFL career remains to be seen. I just think it's a lot of pressure. I think there's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure for a guy that I think is going to have a hard time delivering. In both situations that he's going to be asked to. He's going to be asked to come in, I think, with there'll be high expectations. Because hell, isn't that what happens with every first round quarterback? Especially if you're selected within the top 3 to 5 picks, a lot of expectations. But it's always important. It's always important to remember that we've done great jobs. We've quarterbacked. We've been the best. This is the conversation that Donald Trump should have with SHEDUER Sanders. It's very important that we've had a lot of great wins. We passed for a lot of yards. We took a lot of sacks. But as we come in, it's going to be the greatest start to an NFL quarterback career ever. The greatest. You took a lot of sacks for many yards. Someone ventured to say that no one's ever took sacks for more yards than you've ever taken sacks for yards. A lot of sacks. Fuck.
Super duper. That's nice. Super
Give me another
duper.
one.
That's nice.
Neato, gang.
Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy. Let's see what we got here. Oh, God. This was bad, yeah. A lot of boom. It was a lot of fire. Did you see it? Did you see the explosion? A lot of... Happy New Year, Andon. A lot of fire. There was a lot of plasma. 7 people injured. I believe no one was unalived. You just said you don't like to be coddled. I know. Got to put the pressure on. I know, Tim. You kid because you care. It's love. And you know what? Pressure is fuck you, Fishing. Fuck you. I mean that in the most endearing way possible. Like how you tell your boy. You're right, Fish. Oh, you guys are having a nice little chat. What up, Andon? Happy New Year. Gotta sway the body more? When you say sway the body more, is it this sway? This sway? A lot? Is it a lot? Help me out, Tim. Give me pointers. A lot. You're the impression whisperer. A lot. Is it that? A lot of sacks. maybe the most amount of sacks ever. Maybe the okay. I think that's okay, you guys. I've done good work here. I feel good about it. The grass looks good. My swing feels good. I like my chances. Red or bluish pill do you choose? Tilt your head back and swallow. To the leg clapping hollow. Some of y'all so the best sacks. The best sacks. That's a good. Hold on. The best. The best sacks. The best sacks. We have a lot of sacks. The best 30-yard sacks. There's a lot of decision, a lot of holding of the ball. The best holding of the ball. Pause. Rocky Mountain oysters. Okay. All right. Now it's just turned into a clown session. I could do this with y'all all day. But we try to keep these things below an hour. Ooh, this is a good one to go out to. Hey, man. Happy New Year to you and yours. Seriously, seriously. Don't let the world get you. Don't let the world bring you down. A lot of people. I talked to a lot of people and they all agree he has the best sacks and the best balls. All of them down, or you in and out the process. Precious time is an illusion, true, but still TikTok. Perfect timing. All right, man. I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow night, I believe. I know I'm off most Fridays, but why the fuck not? I took New Year's Eve off. I'll give you a night back. I really appreciate it. Hold on. Got to get my guys. Hold on. Do this proper. I always got to say what up to the hood. Daniel.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Andy.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Media critic.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Timothy Rimothy 90.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Andon.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Conga.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Fishing for cards.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Dar Valdez.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
If you guys aren't here doing this with me, like it would be fun. I could talk to myself all day. I could talk to myself all night. Quite honestly, I could. But you know, it wouldn't be as fun. There'd be some measure of fun lost. There'd be some measure of fun lost. Happy New Year to you guys. I will see you tomorrow night. Appreciate, love you. Don't do anything out there that I wouldn't do. Keep the seats warm at your local strip club in case there is an orange sighting. Yes, we're all in agreement. Keep the seat open. Keep the creepers to the back. Players in the front. You feel me? All right, gentlemen and ladies, lurkers. If you're lurking in the chat, we don't mind it. If you're just watching and you're just here to watch, just do us a favor. Give a like. Give a subscribe. Share it. Like, subscribe, share it. Like, subscribe, share it. That's all we ask. Don't ask a lot at all. Until next time, bye-bye now.
And now it's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Jesus Christ, we can't run.